Sri Lanka stole our hearts the moment we arrived. This stunning island, the pearl of the Indian Ocean, is a paradise of wild elephants, lush tea plantations and breathtaking landscapes. Exploring it all by Tuk Tuk has been an adventure like no other, and we can't wait to take you along for the ride, showing you how we did it and why it might be perfect for you. We're Mark and Kellie. We travel the world full time, sharing adventures and tips along the way. Join us on the journey and welcome to Grown Up Gap Years. Our journey started in Kuala Lumpur and it was a 3.5-hour flight to Colombo. Our plan is to travel the lower third of Sri Lanka for 3 weeks, most of it in our trusty little Tuk Tuk. And welcome to the first of our Sri Lankan adventures. And today is doubly exciting because we're doing something so exciting.
Today we'll be driving our little tuk-tuk all the way to Pinawalla.
Yeah, Negombo to Pinawalla. Now, Mark will be doing the driving. I'll just be passenger princess in the back. But Mark has never driven a tuk-tuk before. He can drive most things, but a tuk-tuk is a first for us. Now, we decided to get a tuk-tuk because we've always been at the mercy of other forms of transport when we travel around the world. We decided we just wanted to take advantage and be independent and just see the things, find things as they come along, find those proper little hidden gems. But this is not without its challenges. Ooh. Let's rewind till yesterday. We'll take you back to yesterday when Mark got his newly minted tuk-tuk license.
For the lessons soon, so he will be taking you for the lessons, okay?
So I've just waved goodbye to Mark. He's going off to have his lesson and I'm just going to wait around till he's done it. So, look, he's going to be fine. I'm more nervous than he is because it's insanely busy, this place. So, but look, Mark's incredibly capable.
Okay, I've done my test. I got my keys to my little beast here, my tuk-tuk, with the very flash seats, as you can see. We're about to find our way back to our lodgings, and then tomorrow we'll start our journey.
Run into our first hiccup. The tuk-tuk, we took a wrong turn and the tuk-tuk wouldn't restart. So anyway, we've got some lovely local people here and they are giving Mark yet another tuk-tuk lesson. Anyway, this man is very helpful, very decent. Thank you.
So after some fiddling around and a fair bit of frustration, these two lovely local gentlemen came along and they got me going. Now, they said that the gearbox wasn't that good, and their advice was to take it back to the company and see if they will replace it, which they did, of course. And the reason I was doing that, because I had to drive this tuk-tuk for the next 3 weeks. Now, to put up with a problem like this for the next 3 weeks wasn't going to be very good at all, so they issued me straight away with a new one, and off we went.
Mark is doing the prelim check on the Tuk Tuk because you're required to do that every day. He's very proud of it. He has to do things like check the tyres and the oil and I don't know, other mechanical things. So he's doing that. We've packed up and we're just about to head off. Before we leave our beautiful accommodation, we thought we'd give you a look around. We stayed at Hiru Lagoon, which is in Negombo. Now, Negombo is actually closer than Colombo to the international airport, and it's an ideal place to stay. It's quiet, it's laid back, it's perfect. We loved this place. We were actually the first people to test out the brand new kayaks. Bit of help? I'll give you a bit of history about this lagoon. It's at Negombo, and I believe a couple of rivers and the canal converge here. And the canal was actually built so that the Portuguese, I think, could get their spices and trade materials to the open seas a lot quicker. So they did it via the canal. Whoa! Jesus! Are you right there, Mark? He's just made this. Oh, we were on the Titanic for a minute there, and sorry, where was I? Yeah, so the Portuguese could get their trade down to the ships on the open sea a lot more quickly and efficiently. And later that night, we went out on the boat that the accommodation keeps for its guests. This was a free tour of the lagoon at sunset. It was absolutely beautiful. It was like the gods were on our side. We woke up to this sunrise. It was absolutely beautiful. We'd done our checks, got in our tuk-tuk, and we set off on the first leg of our Sri Lankan tuk-tuk adventure. Bye, beautiful Airbnb. We miss you. Bye, Isha. See you.
Bye, Isha.
Oh, Mark conked it.
Get the train.
You are country?
Huh?
You are country? German, Italian?
No, Australian.
Israel?
Yeah.
Into a little hiccup, about half a tank of fuel, but Mark thought we should keep it as topped up as we could. Anyway, we just pulled into a fuel station and there's no fuel, so I guess we'll just have to keep trying. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You're a lifesaver. We had no fuel.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a bit low. No,
Pinawalla, being candy.
Candy.
Yeah. Just found me petrol. I wasn't desperate, but you never know when you're going to run out of petrol, so I just had over a quarter of a tank, so I'm going to fill up from half a tank on from now on.
Thirsty little buggers, aren't they?
Thirsty? I did only a 9 litre tank too, so.
Oh, that means nothing to me.
Yeah, mate.
Bye. We we launched into another drama when we found we couldn't access our hotel. So all the lovely people of Pinawalla tried to help us, but it was to no avail. We were locked out till 4 o'clock. Hey, do you two want to be on the camera? Down the little tuk-tuk. So downtown Pinawalla, it's pretty quiet. So other than the elephant activity
And a lot of tuk-tuks and motorbikes.
and a lot of tuk-tuks and motorbikes, not much happening here. Okay, so we've got this all figured out. You need to buy a ticket to go to the hotel or around where the elephants bathe. Because we're not checked in till 4, we can't go there.
No.
And it's my fault because I didn't actually read my emails because half the time I didn't. But we've discovered that if we sit here, this is like the alleyway where they walk the elephants up and down from the river to the elephant orphanage. So if you're cheap like us and won't spend the extra money to go and see the elephants because you know it's part of your hotel booking, well, you can just sit here and watch them come and go.
So after about an hour of waiting, this elephant came along. He seemed a little bit agitated. We suddenly found out why, because we've been listening to it all day. This ice cream van was making this music, and I'll tell you what, I think he had enough like we did.
Hello. Hello.
So we've arrived at our accommodation, Hotel Elephant Bay. A little bit of a process getting here, but we're here now, and yeah, we're ready to check in. But first, before I do that, I've got to put my little baby to bed.
And he doesn't mean me.
Putting my baby to bed, and this kind gentleman here is helping me. You'll probably do it a lot better than what I will. Thank you very much. My baby's to bed, now to check in.
Welcome to our room. So this is the room we've been hanging out for all day. I think it was worth it. So we've got a decent bed. We've got a breakfast bar stool area. In here, a really, really nice bathroom. Oh, now have a look at our really nice bathroom. But this is the best bit. How do I open it? Ooh, it would be helpful if I knew how to open it. Look at this. Look at this. You'll be flat out hearing me over the river. This is like, wow. So we've just taken you for a room tour, and I've got to say, things always work out.
They do.
They do. Yeah. Like we were really honestly a bit annoyed, but it was my fault because I didn't read my emails. And then everyone was trying to tell us what to do, and we were all over the place, weren't we? But it's all worked out, and we've got this magnificent room. We don't have to be out of here until 12 o'clock tomorrow, and we can watch the elephants bathe in the morning from our balcony, and we get to sit out there this afternoon and watch the river. This has actually turned out to be a bit of a stellar experience. So seriously, at one stage we were tossing up, oh, should we even bother staying? Oh my gosh, I'm glad we have.
We did.
Oh, this is just delightful. Wish to see the elephants bathe may not be happening at all.
No, we had quite a bit of rain last night, and it's forced the river to rise somewhat, and you can see it is flowing pretty rapidly.
Yeah, so the hotel said some elephants might bathe. The tourist touts down the street say no elephants would bathe. So we have come to the elephant orphanage to find out for ourselves. Now, we have really struggled with the ethicalness of this. So since we've been here, we have been offered many alternatives to this elephant orphanage, all of them starting with, do you want to ride the elephants? Do you want to ride the elephants? No, we don't. We don't want to ride the elephants. We actually are just quite happy to look at the elephants. Observe. Now, this place, this elephant orphanage, has so many mixed reviews. I've seen YouTube videos absolutely canning the place. I've seen videos saying that it's excellent. I don't know.
We don't know. No, we can't judge.
We're not elephant experts. I think we're fairly good judges of what constitutes cruelty and not. And you know what? We're guests in another country. This is a third world developing country trying to develop a tourism industry. And I don't want to come in here and impose my Western ways upon them. Look, I don't condone cruelty or anything like that, but I think it's very presumptuous for us to come in here and tell people what they should be doing. So seeing them in that road crossing yesterday was actually awesome.
It's outstanding, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll go and see if we can find out some more information. Well, it looks like we've got the answer to our question. No bathing today. Our luck didn't last.
Oh well.
We were so impressed with that room and the view we would have had. A nice view of the river. Nice room.
Yeah, lovely room.
Would have been spectacular because apparently the elephants bathe directly underneath. But yeah, clearly, even though we're not experts, it's not safe. I think that answers one of our ethical questions. Yeah. They are actually concerned about the welfare of the elephants enough not to put on a tourist spectacle. So yeah, I think that's a great thing. So now we need to figure out whether or not
we go in.
Seems
pretty pricey. 20 USD.
Is that 20 USD?
I think so. We'll double check that.
It's a thing we've noticed here. A lot of stuff is in USD. I don't know whether it's to make it more friendly for tourists to calculate. Quite unsure. Anyway, USD is worth a lot more than AUD. So we'll have to work this one out to figure out whether or not it's worth it. So we've had a bit of a think about it. It's going to cost us roughly 60 Australian dollars. Now, we aren't budget travellers, but we have to admit that the Sri Lanka leg of our journey has been reasonably expensive so far. So we sort of have to draw the line somewhere. We did see the elephant parade yesterday. Look, it's a bit sad that we didn't get to see the elephants bathing, because then we would have been able to sort of, it would have been great to see, but it would have been really helpful to us to form an opinion on the ethicalness, is that the word, of this. But, you know, I'm sure some of you are sitting there going, oh, don't cheap out, pay the money. And look, I honestly wish we'd have paid the money yesterday.
Yeah.
But anyway, but there does come a point where you have to draw a line in the sand about what you're prepared to pay for things.
Like if we didn't get this, but there might be something better along the way. Put it this way, there's more elephant parks in Sri Lanka than this one, so...
Yeah, we can actually go see elephants in the wild, so that might actually solve our entire ethical dilemma, and we might feel more comfortable with the way this has worked out and the decisions that we've made. You happy with that?
I'm very happy with that.
Okay, so we've made a decision with you. So decision made, we decided to leave Pinawalla without seeing the elephants. Mark tells me there's plenty of elephants in Sri Lanka, and I hope he's right. But for now, we're on to the next leg of our exciting Tuk Tuk adventure.